Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my current favorites. So before I get into that, I want to thank you guys so much for getting me to 5,000 subscribers, actually over 5,000. You guys are amazing and your kind words mean everything to me, and you guys have just been so supportive and encouraging, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. I love doing this. I started off the year with 500 subscribers in December, and now I have 5,000. So that's awesome, and I'm just so excited to continue growing and getting to know you guys and interacting with you guys. So if you guys want to follow me on any of my other social networks, I will leave them down below, but it's just my name, Olivia Oshray, my first name and my middle name. And yeah, that's it. So without further ado, let's get into the products that I have been loving. So I'm just going to go in the order in which I do my skincare. So first I'm going to start off with cleansers, and these two are from the drugstore. It's the Clean and Clear cleansers. I lost the top to this one, so I gotta be careful that I don't spill it everywhere. But this is the Clean and Clear Deep Action Cream Cleanser, and I like this one for when I'm taking off my makeup because it just helps to kind of dissolve everything and break up all the foundation and the eyeshadow and all that, and helps the makeup come off really nicely. It also leaves my skin feeling nice and like fresh. I don't know like how to describe it, but some cleansers, like when the air like hits your face, it feels nice and cool. That's what this does. This one I use in the morning. This is the Morning Burst Facial Scrub. I really like this one because it's like a gentle exfoliant. So I like doing this before I'm about to put on my makeup and cleansing my face with this. These are the travel size bottles, obviously. I got them at Walmart for I think like less than $2 each. So these are really nice for traveling and if you just want to try them out. So recently I have really been into skincare and taking care of my skin. Growing up, I wasn't really all that into skincare. I was more into just makeup. But as I get older and I see my skin changing, I realize how important it is to take care of your skin, especially because I like to pile on the makeup. So I got the opportunity to try Derma Doctor's product line, their Kakadu C product line. I know it's an interesting word. This skincare line is formulated with the Kakadu plum, which is a fruit that supposedly has like 55 times more vitamin C than the Florida orange. So it's really good for your skin, and it's also supposed to have more antioxidants than a blueberry. I believe you can find these products at Sephora as well as Ulta. I will show you these products in the order that I use them. So normally how I use this is I cleanse my skin with the facial cleansers I just showed you, and then I'll go in with this facial mask. This is the Kakadu C Amethyst Clay Detox Mask. It looks like this, so it's like a purpley grayish color. I use it about 3 times a week, and I noticed a difference in the way that my skin looks. It looks a lot brighter. It helps to treat breakouts that I have. They go down a lot quicker after using this product, and I just feel like the overall texture of my skin is getting a lot better. It's still not there yet because I have a lot of texture here, but it is getting better. I used to use the Indian clay mask. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but it comes in like a little like plastic tub and it's really powdery. And then you can mix in your own concoction. So you can do different oils, or you can do apple cider vinegar. I used to do apple cider vinegar, and I like it. I like it because it, you know, it helps to bring out and pull out all the impurities in your skin, but it's so messy, and it also sometimes irritates my skin. And so I would only use it sometimes, and I wouldn't do it often. So I like this because it's gentle enough to do it 3 times a week, but you do really feel it working. But I do want to know if you guys have any things that you guys use to lighten your acne scars that has really worked for you. Please let me know, because my skin is getting a lot better, but I really want to start targeting the acne scars. So definitely let me know. So next is their 20% vitamin C serum with ferulic acid and vitamin E. I kind of use this in place of a moisturizer. I was nervous about this at first because when I think of serum, I think of oily. But this sinks into the skin really quickly, and it does not leave an oily feeling to the skin. It hydrates. I feel like it brightens. One thing that made me a true believer on this was that I went to go get my eyebrows done a few weeks ago, and I had no makeup on, so I had done all my skincare and stuff before I went. And I was sitting there and a lady turned over to me and she said, "You have beautiful skin, it's just glowing." And I was like, really? So I have really been liking this because it does give my skin a nice healthy glow without making it super oily. And then last but not least is their eye souffle. So I don't have like any wrinkles or anything like that, but I do like to use things that are preventative. So I'm really being proactive about preventing those things from happening, especially because I wash my face a lot, I kind of rub my eyes a lot, I wear a lot of makeup, so I want to make sure that I'm being proactive. And I like this eye souffle. It feels nice and hydrating, especially because I've been noticing that my under eyes are a little bit more dry and they can look really dull. And this brings life back into my eyes. So these are all products from the Derma Kakadu C line, and I will leave all the information down below if you guys are interested in checking it out. So recently, to prevent breakouts or help them go down a little bit quicker, I've been using this Kate Somerville Eradicate acne treatment. I originally picked this up for my sister, but decided to give it a try, and I've really been liking it. So it comes in a little bottle like this. So I normally dot this on areas where I get breakouts the most, which is like on my cheeks right here, like on my chin area right here. Excuse like the messiness because I have been using this a lot. But it comes with a liquid at the top. It's just a clear liquid, and then at the bottom it has like the medication. So you take a Q-tip and you stick it down in there, and then you spot treat your acne breakouts. Okay, now moving on to primers. If you guys watched my updated foundation routine, then you saw me mention these, but these are the Skindinavia makeup primer spray, the makeup finishing spray for oil control, and the makeup finishing spray, their bridal edition. So I have been loving these, and I use these every time I do my makeup. I really like the primer because it dries to a tacky finish. It's not like a wet, slick feeling on your face. I like this makeup finishing spray when I'm blending out my under eye concealer, which if you watched my video again you would have seen, but I spray this onto my Real Technique sponge. I also go back in with this on my sponge when I'm blending out my translucent powder underneath my eye. It helps to take away the powdery look, and also like with my highlight it helps to kind of mesh it with my skin and make it look a little bit more natural as 10 pounds of makeup can look. Excuse my child back there. And then to finish off my whole face, I've been using their bridal edition. It's formulated to keep away any excess moisture and to keep your skin from getting oily. Again, it's formulated for brides, so of course brides are going to be taking pictures, they're going to be dancing, they're going to be mingling and all that type of stuff. So with this you just get an extra boost of protection from any oiliness and greasiness and stuff like that. So for drugstore primers, I have been liking the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I used this about a year ago and I didn't really care for it because it was a little bit too slippery for me, but I began using it again and I actually like it. I use it over the makeup primer spray and I feel like it just gives me that extra coverage in terms of like my pores and my laugh lines and stuff, and it helps to minimize those issues. So I've been liking the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser and I would definitely recommend it. So while we're on the topic of face products, I wanted to show you guys the Sonia Kashuk Highlighting Stick. I've had this for a really long time and it's just kind of sat in my makeup kit. I used it once, I didn't use it correctly, so I did not like it at first. I thought it was a little bit too streaky. I just kind of went like this and applied it and I didn't like it. But I picked it back up again and used my ring finger instead, and I just roll my finger and then pat it on and it gives a really pretty sheen. It's in the shade Persian Sunset, and so it looks like this, and then when you blend it in, it just gives the skin a really pretty sheen. So it's a really natural, everyday highlight color. I do like to go on top of it with another highlight, whichever one I want to use that day, and it just helps to brighten it and make it look a little bit more bold. For foundation, I kind of went back to one of my favorites. I was using the Milani 2-in-1 foundation, but I found that it kind of irritates me after a while because it does not dry fully. So I would touch my face and it would be all over my hands, or my son would grab my face to kiss me and it would be all over his hands. I was nervous to hug my husband because I didn't want my face to be all over his shirt. And so I was like, okay, I need to switch it up because like I'm starting not to like this. So I went back to one of my tried and true foundations, and I've been loving it again, and this is the Maybelline FitMe Matte and Poreless foundation. I do have, I think, a few videos where I have used this foundation. So I'm in the shade 355 Coconut. I like this foundation because it is definitely a buildable coverage. It's not as full coverage as the Milani foundation, but I can get full coverage with this as long as I build it up. I like that it gives the skin a nice natural finish, but it's not super tacky. It does kind of have like a, it's not drying, but it doesn't feel as tacky as the Milani foundation. So I've really been liking this and been using it pretty much every time I do my makeup. I also like the shade better because if you saw my first impressions on the Milani foundation, it was a little bit too like orangey for me, and I didn't really like that. So I really like this shade. And it's really cheap for a drugstore foundation. I think this one is $5.99 at my local Target and Walmart. You can't really beat that, especially because the Milani foundation is about 10 bucks. So it's a better price point, and I really, really like this one. Moving on to eyes. I am so happy that I finally purchased this product. So this product was super popular when it came out, and it is still very popular. It's hard to get your hands on. It sells out within like a few hours of it being restocked, and that is the Morphe 350 palette. This has been my favorite currently. I like using these shades for the spring, and I actually just posted a video on like my go-to spring look that I've been wearing recently. And I like these 3 shades. And I know that I'm going to be using this a lot during the summer. I also like a palette that's really versatile that you can use for blush, for contour, for highlight. And this product has been that for me. So sometimes I will use this really soft orange shade as a blush. Sometimes I'll even use this pretty orange shade, especially because these shades look gorgeous on deeper skin tones. They look gorgeous on everybody, but sometimes it's hard to find a palette that looks really good on the deeper skin tones, and this is beautiful. So if you have deeper skin tones and you don't have this palette, I definitely recommend it because these shadows will look gorgeous on you. So for blush, I have been picking up this shade lately, and this is from Wet n Wild, and this is their Mellow Wine blush. This is just a really nice pink shade, and I think it looks really nice on darker skin tones. I think it's perfect for spring and summer, so it's been my go-to color for blush. So this was only like $2.99, I believe, at Target, and yeah, I've just really been liking this one. Last but not least is my lip color. This is Chili Chili from Colourpop, and a lot of you guys have been asking about this color because I have worn it in probably like my last 3 videos. I really like this shade for every day. I think it's a beautiful like pinky purpley, just mauve-y color, especially on darker skin tones. It's only $6 or $6.99? $6. It's only $6. I just ordered Stingray as well, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. I've just really been into those types of shades lately. I like to line my lips with MAC Chestnut lip liner when I'm wearing this one, just to kind of pull it all together. But yeah, this has been my favorite go-to. I think I'm actually almost out of it, so I'm happy that I ordered Stingray so that I can, you know, have something else to fall in love with. But this has been like my favorite lip shade at the moment. So that's it, guys. Those are my current favorites and products that I have been loving at the moment. If you guys have any products that you have been loving, please let me know. They can be anything from skincare to primers, foundations, concealers, powders, whatever it is. Let me know what you have been loving so I can check it out, because I'm always on the lookout for new products and finding things that I will absolutely fall in love with. So no. Any of you guys looking for a 2-year-old? But that is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like so that I know to do more of these, and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.